Hi, my name is Jared Ludlow, Publications Director at the BYU Religious Studies Center, your weekly resource for gospel scholarship. Today we'd like to talk about some resources associated with your Come Follow Me reading for March 28th through April 3rd, Exodus 7 through 13. The first article is called Trust in the Lord, Exodus and Faith by S. Kent Brown, a former BYU religion faculty member here. And this comes from a Sperry Symposium presentation where he focuses specifically, as the subtitle mentions, Exodus and Faith. He talks about how the Exodus is one example of several in the Old Testament of God's great acts in the past, and how later groups look back on this great act and commemorate it, but also draw strength and faith from it. And so it's an opportunity to look back on God's mercy and his care. And the Israelite experience certainly engendered a lot of trust and reliance in God. In fact, it got to the point that they really had to rely on God and nothing else. And so that's one of the key points that he tries to make in this article. Another one is called The Whole Meaning of the Law, Christ's Vicarious Sacrifice, by Jennifer Lane, a former BYU Hawaii professor of religion. And this also comes from a Sperry Symposium presentation. And in this article, as again the subtitle points out, she focuses a lot on Christ's vicarious sacrifice and looks at the whole concept of substitutionary sacrifice, looking at things in Exodus and Leviticus and Isaiah 53, the suffering servant prophecy. She looks at how these sacrifices provide reconciliation and how the sacrificial system is pointed towards Christ. And particularly, looking at the Passover as an example of an animal's death substituting for humans. And she then likens that to the suffering servant that is mentioned in Isaiah 53 and expands upon the mercy that comes because of the atonement. And so it's a great overview of why vicarious sacrifice is beneficial and necessary as part of the plan of redemption.